Baby, tell me if you like it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about manifestation today. I wanted to kind of continue on the conversation, and so I figured why not have the second video be about manifestation, how to properly manifest and actually make it work for you. So if you are interested in that topic, or you're just kind of getting into this kind of information and you want to hear more about it, then make sure you keep on watching. And of course, go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. So okay, I have some notes in my phone. And can we, admire the scarf job? I've been trying to get into like wearing scarves and doing more fun things with my twist. If you guys have seen my previous video on all the styles that I'm trying to, play around with while I have the twist in, because you just don't want it to just be flat and down. Yes, that's cute and that's a vibe, but we got to challenge ourselves in 2020. So I picked up a few scarves and I've been kind of just playing around with them, so I'm really loving the vibe. But yeah, and my lips, I always get questions on my lip colors. Most of my liquid lipsticks are from Milan Rose, so I will leave them down below as well. They are really good quality. They have a range of colors and they stay on all day. So let's hop right into if this bird wanna let me live. No, really? Wow. So the first tip I have when it comes to learning and getting involved and trying to apply it to your life as far as manifestation is realizing that everything is a manifest. So everything can be considered manifestation in your life. Every thought, every action, every situation. Once you realize that everything around you has somehow been manifested, that'll kind of change your perspective and kind of help you realize you have control over everything. So in a sense, you could subconsciously or consciously manifest a person, a job, friendship, money, love, any of these things, because it all starts with your thoughts. So basically, manifestation is a thought, and it's something that can be exercised and brought to life in the physical form. So if you want something, you create avenues in your life to help you achieve that. So they can be good or bad things. So you always have to watch what you're thinking about, watch what you say, and pay attention on how you speak about yourself and your life. And even in a joking sense, this can be something that the universe picks up, and you will start to realize even those bad things you say about yourself become reality. So if you don't like your weight, or if you don't like certain things about yourself, the more you speak negatively about it, the longer it's going to stay. If you always making jokes like, oh, I'm never going to lose this weight, or I'm never going to do this and never going to do that, realize that you are manifesting these things as you speak them, as you think them. So that is the number one tip, and I think that really helped me kind of realize and kind of check myself a little bit, because once I realized that every thought and everything you speak is a manifestation, then I started to kind of curve what I say. So okay, say if I'm like, prime example with my skin, I had noticed that once I started to change the way I thought about my skin and how I spoke about my skin, not only were the things that I was doing on the outside working, but it actually was changing my skin. So instead of saying like, oh, I'm always going to have these acne scars, or my acne scars are so prominent, or they never go away, just things like that, to always put in the universe that this is something permanent for me, I started to change the way I talked about them. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like, oh they're fading, they're getting lighter, I don't even notice them, I don't need to cover them up with makeup, I'm happy with my skin, I'm happy with the progress that my skin has shown. Like, certain things that you say and that you do all become manifestations. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you kind of understand what I mean by, as far as everything is a manifestation. So it starts with your thoughts and how you speak. Now that leads me to tip number 2, with speaking with intention. So that goes hand in hand. Once you realize that every thought and everything that you speak about and think about will become reality at one point, then you will start to kind of curb yourself and speak with intention. So you want to speak with positivity, you want to speak with intention, you want to make sure you put out there that good energy and those things that you truly want and desire, not things that you don't want and you don't desire. So, you know, like I said about, you know, a lot of people struggle with their weight, and, you know, I noticed that some people will make jokes about themselves so that nobody else can make jokes about them, or sometimes they have just came to terms that that's who they're always going to be, and that's because that's how they speak and how they think. So that's the place that they are always going to stay. Once you kind of change that and you speak with intention, you will start to notice certain habits and certain things around you just start to change. And that kind of leads me to tip number 3, which is actually believing in the opportunity and believing in the space. So if you don't really truly believe, as you are speaking with intention, it's not going to happen. No matter how many times you say it, no matter how many times you try to think about it, if you really don't believe it is something that you can achieve, then it will not happen for you. Hey guys, so I wanted to interject really quick as I'm editing the video. I knew that I forgot to mention something, but I just didn't know what it was. I really want to touch on this because I feel like this is a big part as well. And in my research, I heard, I'm not sure who said it, but if I find out exactly who said this quote, then I will leave it in the description box. But basically, any place that you are in your life, it is because you are willing to accept that for yourself. And I think that plays a big role in tip number 2, where it goes with speaking in intention, and also tip number 3, believing in the opportunity. If you subconsciously or consciously only feel like you are worth the place that you are, or you only deserve the place that you are right now currently in your life, that is where you will stay. And basically, you are telling yourself that you are okay with it and you are willing to stay where you are staying, even though you might want things to change, or maybe you don't like where you are. But for some reason, if you are still staying stagnant and only being in a certain place in your life and certain things aren't happening, it is because you are telling the universe that you are okay with it and you're willing to put up with it. So once you change that mindset that you are not willing to accept where you are and you want things to change, that's when you will really start to see manifestation come before your eyes. Certain things, if you are trying to manifest a job, and you know you need financial help, you know maybe you want it to work around your personal schedule, maybe you want the people there to be, you know, nice and family oriented. So you have to kind of realize like the things that you're putting out there, and then wait and see what comes for you. It might not always be exactly black and white, but when you are open and really looking and willing to receive, you'll start to realize that a lot of those things you are manifesting are actually really happening. It just may not be 100% on what you envisioned in your mind. That doesn't mean that it's not still coming true. Next one, I don't even know which one we on. I think number 4. But that is holding yourself accountable. So this is a big one, guys. You have to hold yourself accountable for what you say, what you think, how you do things, how you move in, how you're treating people. All of those things you have to take into account. So if you are not putting in the work, unfortunately, it's not that it's never going to happen, but it's going to be a little slower for you. And so you really want to hold yourself accountable. And I'm going to put these two together because this is something that I highly live by, and it's being impeccable with your word. Like, y'all, you have to be so impeccable with your word and hold yourself accountable if you are really trying to change and manifest things in your life. You cannot you know, say you're gonna do certain things and then let yourself down, let other people down around you. So if you even something small, and I'll share with you guys something that I started doing. And manifestation doesn't have to be really big things, it can start off small as well. So something that I really wanted to do this year was wake up earlier. My part-time job is at night, so unless I'm like filming or doing something like that, I really didn't need to wake up so early. And that was something that I wanted to change about myself. I wanted to have a set morning routine, wake up a lot earlier, and see more of the day and see what I can get out of the day. So I started thinking about waking up earlier, then I started practicing it. I started holding myself accountable, and I, you know, made sure, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm not going to slack on it. So for a while, I would set my alarm and get up, don't snooze, don't do anything like that. And I kept practicing it and holding myself accountable. And now we're in March and I don't even need my alarm anymore. My body just wakes up at that time. So yes, I manifest, you know, that small thing for myself. And, you know, that goes to show you, I think when people think about manifestation, they think about grandiose things. And it doesn't have to be that. It could be something as small as losing a few pounds, clearing up your skin, waking up earlier, being more positive, thinking positive thoughts. All of these things, like I said, and it goes back to the first tip, everything is a manifestation. It doesn't have to have a limit on it. So, and then the last one, I'm just going to kind of group everything together. It's just paying attention to the universe, being more vigilant, really paying attention to what is around you. And when you incorporate, you know, speaking, I want to kind of share with you guys a few things. So you have to kind of learn how to manifest and how to correctly speak when you are speaking to the universe. So you want to speak with love, you want to speak with gratitude, giving thanks as if you already possess these things, really feeling in your spirit really happy that you have achieved these things. So I'll take it back to my skin. When I was really speaking about my skin, I already felt as if my skin was clear, and I was giving thanks and being happy and being grateful that I have clear skin, even though I wasn't there yet. And I'm not completely there, but y'all, I don't have on any foundation, and so my journey just speaks for itself as far as me manifesting this skin that I really desire. And so a few things that I wrote down were that you say I am, I like, I have, and I love. So instead of you saying will or wants, you don't want to speak with any wills or wants. You want to already speak with love, with gratitude. So, you know, I like the feeling I get when I'm around genuine friends. I love going to my job every day. I love the fact that I don't have to wear foundation. I am grateful, you know, just things like that. And a lot of the times that I do this, and I'll make a separate video if you guys want my kind of like mental health, self-care, like kind of routine, where I go outside and I just spend a few moments outside giving thanks and giving gratitude and saying my affirmations in these I am, I like, I have, and I love statements. And they just really like kind of set the tone and make me feel great throughout the rest of the day. And then it also helps me allow to make sure all my thoughts are always in that same pattern. So yes, every day is not going to be a great day, but as far as, you know, staying vigilant and making sure that you are aware of these feelings that you have, you can quickly kind of like change them up and make sure you know that you stay on a good path. So I hope this video was helpful. I tried to explain things as best as I could, and yeah, I really love this topic. I love making these kind of self-love, mental health, manifestation, all of this kind of stuff video. So if you guys want to see some more from me, just make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what topics you would like to see down below. I do have one coming up next that's kind of more for my ladies, as far as the feminine energy side, you know, how to stand out in the crowd, how to really give off your sex appeal, and embrace your feminine energy. So if you guys want to see that, just make sure you let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Peace.